Tonight on CTV News, we take a look at a new replacement stump on the plaza. Then later, we discuss the annual construction event.
All this plus weather, sports, and entertainment starting now.
Good evening, CSU and Fort Collins. Thanks for tuning into CTV News. I'm Brynn Carman.
And I'm Alexandria Clough.
Yesterday, police fatally shot a man who threatened a person with a machete on the University of Colorado campus in Boulder. The unidentified man banished the weapon during an altercation in the parking lot on campus and then continued to walk into a building. 2 police officers followed the man into the building where they instructed him to drop his weapon. The man refused to listen, leading police to open fire. Shortly after the incident, CU Boulder chief spokesperson confirmed the suspect was deceased. A further investigation to the situation is currently underway.
Over the past few years, ash trees across Colorado have slowly been dying off due to a small bug called the emerald ash borer. Now the bug is predicted to migrate from Longmont toward Fort Collins, where roughly 1 in 5 trees are ash. The emerald ash borer is a green insect that lays its eggs on the bark of ash trees. These eggs then hatch into immature beetles that burrow into the trees and feed on the tissues they need. After being invaded, the ash is usually dead within 3 years. This means that within 10 to 15 years, most of the ash trees population in Fort Collins will be dead. If you have an ash tree, you are encouraged to start looking at options to either treat your tree, which can be expensive, or consider getting rid of it before the ash borer can infest your area.
The iconic stump on the middle of the plaza has been a Colorado State University tradition since 1964. The old stump in the plaza was replaced with a brand new stump by the City of Fort Collins Forestry Department. According to the Collegian, about every 10 years the stump begins to deteriorate and needs replacing. The city's Forestry Department changed the old stump for a new one with no charge to the school at the beginning of the semester. The last time the stump was swapped was in 2007. Many take to the stump to freely discuss, and today the stump served as a purpose as protesters joined together to shed light on stopping the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Is it a coincidence that every time there are social issues, they're almost always directly impacted with environmental issues in indigenous communities? The Dakota Access Pipeline is not the first time we've seen this.
Protesters discussed the detrimental effects the pipeline would have on the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, the environment, and the entire North Dakota community. They were also asking people to sign a letter drafted for the City of Fort Collins asking them to pass a resolution supporting the Standing Rock Sioux tribe.
The 30th annual Cans Around the Oval construction competition took place yesterday at the Laurie Student Center Plaza. Students that registered in this event brought all of the cans that they have gathered so far and created fun structures that were then judged.
Construction takes place 1 week before Cans Around the Oval, and it gives students a chance to get creative while also helping the community. Roughly 75,000 cans will be donated this year. For every $1 raised during this event, it is then turned into $5 worth of food.
So we just did trees in a hammock, and we actually voted within our college council and we had a couple ideas. It was like a hammock, a squirrel, basically just like natural resource kind of stuff. And we thought it'd be really cool to have a structure with a hammock because all of Warner College loves hammocks and everyone kind of knows it. So to represent us well, we did that.
The theme for homecoming was Farewell Hues, so we decided to incorporate hues mainly into it. So we built the stadium and then we built the mountains behind the stadium as well with the A on it, just to kind of capture how special Hues is for construction.
This team had some competition because they were not the only ones to make a Hughes Stadium structure. This team even incorporated the new stadium.
Then we bring them back to our warehouse. We sort all the cans by different types of food, and then we distribute it out through our fresh food pantries and through our agency partners, who then get them to the hands of people who need them.
While this was fun for students to create things, it was also a great way to bring awareness to the issue of hunger in Larimer County.
Students get to bring the cans collected thus far, and students walk past it in the Oval, and they get to maybe have a little bit better awareness of the food insecurity that we face on our campus and in our community.
The overall winner of construction was the team from the Warner College of Natural Resources that created the hammock.
If you want to donate cans of food to help fight food insecurity in Larimer County, you can attend Cans Around the Oval on October 12th at the CSU Oval.
11 roads will be partially shut down in Fort Collins this Friday, October 7th, due to the annual CSU Homecoming Parade. This year, the parade will start at 4:30 in the afternoon on Oak and Howe Street, travel down Howes, and pass through the CSU Oval. Road closures include Howes, Oak, Laurel Street, and more. Those who decide to attend the event or any other things are encouraged to use public transportation. For a full list of road closures, go to homecoming.coloradostate.edu/homecoming-parade and click on the road closures tab.
This year's homecoming will give students who are 21 and older and their families a chance to try a new beer. The Stalwart Golden Ale is a collaboration between business and fermentation science students at Colorado State University and Odell's Brewing Company. The beer is being released in honor of the College of Business's 50th anniversary at CSU. The hops of the beer were grown in CSU's Horticulture Center, and all of the ingredients are 100% Colorado sourced. The beer recipe, name, and label were formulated by and created by CSU students and alumni. The Stalwart Golden Ale will be available at the Odell Brewing's Tap Room and CSU Rams Skeller starting on October 8th.
Just in time for homecoming.
It is. Are you going to the parade tomorrow?
I have to, yes. It's my 4th year. I've done it all 3 years. It's so much fun.
Kind of have to do it now.
Definitely. Are you?
I hope so. I think I'm going to make it there tomorrow.
Good, good. It should be fun.
It should be.
Coming up next, Karlee Scgwartzkopf has your weekly weather forecast.
And then we take a look at the latest in CSU sports and entertainment.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Good evening, Rams. I'm Karlee Scgwartzkopf with your weekly Ram weather update. If we take a look at tonight, currently it's 46 degrees outside with sunset taking place just over an hour ago. Also, this marks the first time this semester that there is a freeze warning. It's definitely fall here in Fort Collins, so make sure to bundle up. Taking a look at tonight's lows in Colorado, along the I-25 corridor, we have Pueblo at 32, Colorado Springs at 31, Denver at 33, and Fort Collins at 28. It is going to be a chilly one tonight. If you're outside, make sure to grab a coat. Also tomorrow the highs are going to be in the upper 60s up in Sterling, but around the middle of Colorado, it's going to be 64 degrees. In Fort Collins, we're looking at, again, 64 degrees with the high in Grand Junction of 67, so not going to get above 70. Taking a look at your Friday, in the morning it's going to be pretty chilly, 35 degrees with the sun out. Noon warming up to just about 57, and at 4 p.m. your Friday is going to be nice and cool with 63 degrees. Taking a look at this week and what's coming up next, on Saturday we're looking at 73 degrees. That is the Rams CSU homecoming football game. That is a late start, so make sure to bring something warm to wear. Sunday, 77 degrees, pretty nice day. You can go outside, enjoy the weather. And the rest of the week is looking pretty warm as well. Not as cold as this week, especially today on Thursday. It was really rainy and chilly outside. So make sure to prepare for next week and have a great weekend. Coming up next is sports with Baylee Lakey.
me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Good evening, Rams, and welcome back from the break. I'm Baylee Lakey, your sports anchor for tonight. Colorado State University has been nothing short of Ram Nation this week, and the fun festivities and fellow Rams will continue to make their way to Fort Collins as it is finally homecoming weekend. The Colorado State football team is now 2-3 overall and 0-1 in conference play. The Rams are off to a somewhat rocky start, but they can look forward to the weekend as they will take on the Utah State Aggies for the annual homecoming matchup. Last year, it was a rough game for CSU as Utah State came out on top 33-18. In this game, it was Rashard Higgins who made a great offensive contribution for the Rams as he consistently got a hold of a ball and made his way to the end zone. However, CSU's overall performance wasn't enough. Utah State quarterback Kent Myers was on fire here as he contributed 2 rushing touchdowns and was unstoppable in his passing game. Unfortunately for the Rams, Myers will be returning to the field this year, so CSU can hope that this defense can put him and the rest of the Aggie offense to a stop. Heading into the weekend, we'll take a look at both quarterbacks' stats from the past 3 games. Here we can see that true freshman Colin Hill is in good standing next to Aggie quarterback Kent Myers. Within the past 3 games, Hill hasn't only accumulated a total of 6 touchdowns, but he's also very dependable with his passing game, throwing for 867 yards. Pretty impressive stats here for Hill as he has only 3 games as starting quarterback under his belt, and he is sure to continue improving as he sees more time on the field. Aside from Hill, transfer Michael Gallup is also on the rise.
He's got size, he's got rage, he's athletic, guy that's got some explosive, quick twitch about him. To get better week in and week out, where he could be a more complete player. He's not there yet, but you can see flashes of his playmaking ability.
The CSU volleyball game against New Mexico is currently underway. As of right now, the CSU volleyball team is undefeated in conference play, and the Rams can hope to keep this streak going next week as they will finally make their way back to Moby Arena after a solid 2 weeks of playing on the road. Make sure to mark your calendars as the Rams will host Nevada Thursday night at 7 and San Diego State Saturday at 1. Tomorrow, the CSU's women's golf team will start day 1 of the 3-day Ron Moore Intercollegiate Golf Tournament. The tournament will take place at the Highlands Ranch Golf Club in Littleton, Colorado. So far this season, the Rams have finished 2 tournaments, one being the Ram Classic, which they placed 12th out of 15, and the other, the Julie Inkster Spartan Invitational, which they placed 8th out of 11. This tournament will be the last in-state tournament for the women's golf team, so if time allows, make sure and go support your CSU Rams this weekend. To close out the night, here's a quick preview of all that's going on this weekend in CSU athletics. There's clearly a busy weekend ahead and lots to look forward to, so put on your green and gold and get ready to support the CSU Rams the next few days. And don't forget, you can get full coverage of all your CSU sports by going to thecollegian.com and clicking on that sports tab. Well, that is all the latest in the world of Rams sports. Stay tuned because Emma Iannacone is up next with your entertainment.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Good evening, Rams, and happy homecoming weekend. This week has been full of Ram pride and school spirit, and it's only going to get better. I'm your entertainment anchor, Emma Iannacone. In honor of homecoming week, a special drink is being served at the LSC coffee shop Intermissions. The Ramachino is a vanilla bean frappuccino topped with green whipped cream to showcase school colors. There are even gold flakes on top to enhance the Ram pride. I got to try the drink and it was delicious. It tasted just like a vanilla milkshake. And I'm not the only one who enjoyed the drink either.
I'm pretty excited that it was $1 off.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, it's great. I love the green frosting and there's gold sprinkles. I don't know if you can see that.
I'd like to tell you all about this weekend's events you can get involved in to show off your Ram pride. First off, we have the Homecoming Parade Friday at 4:30 p.m. on the corner of Oak and House Street. The parade is an annual event that brings the campus and the community together to celebrate CSU alumni and current students. The parade route will wrap around the Oval and head into the heart of campus. The Oval will have music, food trucks, and a beer garden, so I'd better see you out there taking a picture with our giant inflatable football player. After the parade, head over to the Friday Night Lights behind the LSC. No, I'm not talking about the award-winning television show. I'm talking about the giant bonfire that will accompany fireworks and the lighting of the A. I took my parents to it last year, and the bonfire was so big, we couldn't stand within 30 feet of it without burning up. This event is my favorite because it's that time of year when the nights begin to get cold, and that bonfire is just enough to keep me warm until Thanksgiving. Here's something that us current students will not be able to attend, but it's actually pretty cool. Friday is the annual 50-year club luncheon at the Hilton Fort Collins Hotel. This luncheon is only for CSU alumni who graduated at least 50 years ago. This year, the class of 1966 will be inducted into the 50-year club. There will be an Outstanding Achievement Award ceremony to highlight the accomplishments of our Ram forefathers. I would love to see how accomplished my Ramily is, but I guess I have to wait another 53 years until I get invited. Moving on to Saturday of homecoming weekend, if you're into running, that's cool. I'm not. But there is a homecoming 5K Saturday morning you can participate in. The race takes place all around campus, but I do that every day, so why would I want to run it? There's also a fun run for kids led by Cam the Ram, which sounds much more appealing to me. At 5 p.m. on Saturday night, we've got a homecoming and parents weekend tailgate going on at Ram Town outside of Hughes Stadium. There will be food and live music, so it's sure to be a good time. Bring your parents, bring your friends, who cares, bring your dog. The football game against Utah State will be at 8 p.m. after the tailgate, so be sure to get your tickets if you plan on cheering on our boys. Well, you're all caught up and ready to show some Ram pride. Now it's time for a little inspiration to get you in the mood for tomorrow. Most of campus has been sporting school colors this week. You may have seen that the plaza has been decorated with chalk advertising all of the homecoming events. Gold flowers have been placed around the LSC to brighten up the building even. Look at how pretty those are. Even the trees have been wearing the honorary green and gold. Take a hint from those trees, Rams, and get out there and wear that green and gold proudly. With CTV, I'm Emma Iannacone. Have a good night, State.